Blacklist Hunter here, and today we're going to talk about all the Blacklist Hunters introduced in the Hunter x Hunter stories so far. My channel username was actually inspired by the Blacklist Hunters, especially Kurapika, because as we know he did aspire since the very beginning to become a Blacklist Hunter, and he did achieve his goal and also cook a Phantom Troop member. As we know, there are many types of pro hunter fields. For example, some are specialized in magical beast hunting, some are crime hunters, gourmet hunters, ancient ruins hunters, treasure hunters, and so on. But Blacklist Hunters specifically are hunters who go after wanted criminals or fugitives, and I really think that's pretty awesome, cool, and interesting. Using Nen for capturing wanted criminals who have done heinous crimes such as murder of innocents, blackmail, despicable acts, and can be captured by normal police officers or detectives, but require this ancient power of Nen, which dwells in everyone, but only a selected few can unleash it and use it for good purposes, of course. And here we have hunters such as Lipo, for example, who definitely has captured strong criminals. And in the 1999 anime, Lipo acknowledged that he captured Jones the Dissector, and he was actually very proud of having captured Jones, because as we know, Jones was a whole monster who ripped people apart using only his hands. That's the thing, some of these criminals are so strong that they can't be restrained by normal people. They need to come face to face with these professional hunters who can use Nen and significantly strengthen their body and attack power. Plus, these hunters have unique abilities that can help in capturing these criminals. So starting with Lipo, he certainly looks cool and devious at the same time. Lipo rocks a mohawk and is of small stature, but he certainly looks like he is very capable at using Nen. Now the thing I'm sure of is that when Lipo comes face to face with a target, a wanted criminal, they probably underestimate him because of his height. And let's be real here, Lipo is scrawny and short, but I actually believe he would give a good fight to even Hisoka. Now I'm not saying he would win or is at a genius level like Hisoka, but Lipo does look like a capable Nen user. The dude is also a prison warden, and he looked like he was enjoying all the fights in the Trick Tower, and Lipo is definitely on a whole other level than Togari, that's for sure. My headcanon is that Lipo is at least a high ranked Nen fighter with a very unconventional Nen ability, a ability so tricky that it works on most average Nen users. Now when I look at Lipo, I just feel like he is very confident and very strong mentally and Nen wise, and Lipo probably likes torturing his targets, considering how much you can steal a guy smiling, like he is just imagining his next future scenario. Next we have this pirate looking man who only appears in the 2011 anime, right? So he actually tried to get into the Zodiac estate because he wanted to capture the Zodiac family so he could collect the rewards on their heads. So this guy had a whole group of people taking his orders, and they all attacked Canary, who at this point was just an apprentice butler. So Canary was so strong she defeated the entire group easily. Now I gotta say, this was a great addition to the anime because this old guy looks pretty damn cool with only one eye, pretty threatening, very muscular, and overall very strong. So this hunter brought out two swords and attacked Canary, but of course Canary was way faster, dodged and blocked most of his attacks. Now of course this didn't happen in the manga, maybe they didn't put much thought into it, but if this guy is a hunter with Nen power, he definitely is a terrible user of it if he can get through Canary. But overall this guy seems pretty strong for his own category. He can even shoot kunai out of the sword's end, and his strength does look impressive. Normal criminals without Nen are cooked if they fight this pirate looking guy. What's most impressive, he shot a kunai he was hiding in his mouth straight at Canary, which was very tricky and pretty cool, not gonna lie. Of course this huge monster physique guy isn't very special, he's just a arrogant brute force type of guy with some tricks in him. But the thing is, Canary used rhythm echo against him and he was outclassed in every aspect, so he could have been just using the hunter name just to boost his name or reputation. This guy was definitely strong for a normal humanoid fighter as he goes after bounties most of the time, but this time he went too far. I mean bro, the Zodiacs, really? He brought 20 people against the Zodiacs who are infamous worldwide. So next we got Benol from Greed Island. He's actually a Blacklist hunter but on the dark side of it. So Benol passed a hunter exam, learned Nen, became a Blacklist hunter to hunt criminals. The thing is, the dude is a straight up killer, a whole criminal himself, but he never got caught. Good thing Lipo didn't set his eyes on him or Benol would have been cooked. Is Benol capable as a fighter? He is, but I don't think Benol is tough at all. He is just a mid fighter who probably has gone after the weaker nen users just to satisfy his own twisted mind. Benol's ability though is pretty damn cool. He can eat your hair and basically decipher everything about your body, age, blood type, illness and such things. Benol is a whole monster because he actually uses scissors to cut people up, so he might be even worse than Jones the Dissector himself. Although Benol in the end did give up to the authorities, or at least that's what he said. So all in all, Benol is a mid-tier fighter with a very cool nen ability, a blacklist hunter, but also a very twisted individual who has committed many heinous crimes. Next we got Bushidora, a member of the pure paladin squad who is actually a 1-star blacklist hunter, which means he certainly has some achievements in his own field. Bushidora actually looked very confident in himself and in his own ability. He appeared as stoic, strong, but the thing is, he did the worst mistake of his life. While Bushidora may have been a good nen user, he actually decided to go hunt Hisoka himself. And speaking of Hisoka, it's been stated since the very beginning that Hisoka is actually scared of being prosecuted for his killing. So Hisoka is scared he might get caught by the law. But can you blame him? If they send people like Saiou, for example, there is a good chance he might get caught. The reason Hisoka wanted the hunter license is that he could cook people without consequences because he is a licensed hunter and can manage to somehow get away with it by using the license, by using the hunter name. So Bushidora went after Hisoka and Hisoka cooked him, because what can a mid-tier fighter do against someone like Hisoka, who is really just a monster? Next we got Saiou, and he is also a blacklist hunter, meaning he captures strong criminals. At least that's what I think, because Saiou is definitely very cool and strong. Now Saiou most probably is very capable in combat. His ability is really powerful. If he can hit you with his nen monkeys, they can strip you of your vision, ability to talk, and honestly, just by looking at how shredded Saiou is and the staff he has, he can just beat you up, whoop you without even using his nen ability. But a guy handpicked by Netero also who sparred with him, we can deduce Saiou is extremely capable in combat and certainly has fought rare criminals. It's not an exaggeration to say probably high rank criminals like Razor himself. Saiou is a Zodiac, a unique hunter, and has some serious skill. He should really be strong. Plus he has a really strong nen ability. If his monkeys hit you, the opponent, the enemy is cooked. The final blacklist hunter I wanted to talk about is Kurapika. What can we say about Kurapika? He certainly deserves a whole new video. Kurapika wanted revenge for his slain brothers, wanted to have power to fight A-class criminals like the Phantom Troop. He is such a genius. He managed to develop a high risk restriction ability that helped him defeat a monster enhancer like Uvogen. So considering he is a blacklist hunter, he did get ahead of a wanted A-class criminal like Uvogen. Kurapika is a very capable fighter with tremendous intellect, and he can actually go toe to toe with most nen users, at least the high rank level. So yeah, these were all the blacklist hunters of the Hunter x Hunter world. The Hunter Association is full of great hunters that use nen for various purposes, but my favorite field is the blacklist hunter. And tell me in the comments what is your favorite, and I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next Hunter x Hunter video.